Gratitude, Sister Catholica. Bravo. Good afternoon, everybody, members of the media. First of all, thank you for having me here as your guest of the media, not of the house. This is my house, of course. This is our house. I'm happy to be with you, and I'm grateful to God for giving us this opportunity to visit Kerala and to visit our spiritual church here in Kerala. My visit comes as a visit to a very dear part of our church, and that is the church in Malankara. It's the custom that the new Patriarch pays visit to the different parts of the church, different dioceses, and of course the church in Malankara, which is not a diocese, it's a major part of the church. It's the Syriac Church of Patriarch here in Malankara. It's my obligation, my duty, and my privilege also to come and visit our church here in Malankara. My visit comes as a pastoral visit, as a visit to pray with our people here, to enjoy seeing them, and to ask for their blessing, for their prayers also. I come here to bring greetings from the rest of the church in the world and blessings from the Holy Apostolic Throne of St. Peter in Antioch. I come here to get to know all my brothers, the bishops. Many of them I know by name, and others I have not had the chance to interact with them, and this is my opportunity to do that. And I come here to also be with the people, be available to them. I'm their spiritual father, their shepherd, and it's their right to see their spiritual father and to be blessed by their spiritual father. Our visit will be for almost 8 days, 9 days here in Kerala, and then we have one stop in Chennai, and then 2 days in Delhi to visit officials in the government, the President, the Prime Minister, and the head of the Congress, All India Congress Party. Obviously, while we are here, we are going to have several stops with our country. It's not strange to me. I have been here several times while I was a bishop in the United States of America. And the Malayali people are quite known to me, not only through my visits, but also through my interaction with them, but also through my interaction with them in the United States of America. I have come to know them as people of great faith, of great dedication. I have come to know the Malayali people as people of great faith, of great dedication, people who love their church, people who are ready to sacrifice for their faith because they know the value of their faith that came to them through the centuries, from holy fathers that came from China and all the way back to the apostolic times when St. Thomas, the apostle of our Lord Jesus Christ, came to these shores and introduced Christianity. I come here representing the fullness of the church, representing especially the sacrifices of the church. This year we are marking and commemorating the 100th anniversary of what we call Sefo. More than 500,000 Syriac martyrs who were killed. We make that connection with also suffers today, person spread because of the persecution, and which creates strength in the hearts of the people. Whenever the church is persecuted, the church becomes stronger, and the blood of the martyrs nurtures the faith of the church. I'm happy to be here in Kerala, a state that is known for many things, but especially for the high rate of literacy. Educational programs are very important here, and I do believe that Christianity has a lot to do with this system of education that are very strong in this state. I'm here also because I believe that Kerala and India in general are an example for tolerance, acceptance, and harmonious coexistence among peoples, nations, among religions, and different smiling their face and feeling their faith. And I know I'm going to go from here with a stronger faith myself, as I see the faith in the eyes of these little children and elderly people. I thank you once again, and I guess if you have some question, I'll be happy to answer. And before I do that, once again, I thank His Beatitude and the Council, the Synod, local Synod, for inviting me. And I'm hoping, I know this will not be my last visit to Malankara. I love this country, I love the people here, I love my Malayali spiritual children, and I will come quite often to see them.
Regarding the statement made by the US President, recently he said that the religious freedom in India is an act of ignorance. It's in a big amount is there, and Gandhi might have talked. He was here. What's your statement on religious freedom in India?
We all know religious freedom is one of the marks of the society in India, but we all know also that the world is becoming global, and any ideology spreads like fire throughout the world, and India is not immune. So there are young people who are listening, who are watching, who are hearing of new ideas and ideologies, and unfortunately many of them are not positive ideologies, especially what has to do with extremism, religious extremism, and fanaticism. So it's very natural that some of these ideologies will be put into the Indian society, and that is dangerous for the Indian society. Therefore, the officials in the government and also the religious leaders in this country should be very careful about this, and they should ready and to educate and to make young people aware of the dangers of such ideology by certain fanatic people, and young people absorb these ideologies. As you know, our headquarters is in Damascus, Syria, the capital of Syria, and we still live in Syria, and I'm coming right now from Syria through Lebanon. The day I left Damascus on Thursday by terrorists. The situation is very difficult and very dangerous. Were uprooted and driven out of their homes, and we're mostly silent about them, about what's happening, not only to Christians, but to the whole society in the Middle East. Muslims are being targeted too. Churches are being destroyed. Most clergymen have been kidnapped since April. I'm afraid this will spread to other countries also. No country is immune to this. So the situation is very difficult. People are leaving, and that's another problem we are facing. Especially Christians are leaving their homeland, and to make it finally to Europe or to somewhere else. This is it reminds us of the genocide that our forefathers endured 100 years ago. We believe what's happening is not less than a new genocide that is in the making, and unfortunately the doing. I don't know. Place is not accepted acceptable, and it's not something that we would like to see. We all long for peace, we all want peace, and I believe both factions, if I may call it that way, want peace and want settlement and want reconciliation. Now, we may differ on the way that peace might happen, but when there is a will, there is a way, and I believe, and I'm very positive that peace will be established in our church. And I personally, and I know His Beatitude, my Patriarch Thomas and our Synod, they all want peace. They all want this division to end. They all want this struggle or this fighting to end, these court cases to stop, leadership, and especially they're faithful of not being able to participate in each other's celebrations, especially funerals, and giving farewell to loved ones. It's a real tragedy, and people are suffering of it, and that's not acceptable. So we have to do, all of us, on bringing peace to our church in Malankara.
How will be your idea to solve these issues?
What's the?
I can have one. Also, they announce one thing. They are not free for dialogue. They need
I mean, it's an issue of mutual love, respect, and dignity for everybody. I believe in peace and in harmony. I believe court cases will not solve this issue. There should be an understanding to respect each other. Now, we also understand that both churches or both factions of the church have grown in Syria forward. For us at the Patriarchate, we would like to see the church in Malankara coming together, both sides, and agreeing on a certain settlement, and we will bless that. We will not force church here. But finally, the solution will be worked out and approved and studied here, and we will bless that. Naturally, we are studying the case. I welcome any process, any action. We don't have to necessarily start working on it while we are visiting now. But this is something dear to us, to our heart, and we will work on it, if not during these days, in the coming weeks and months. We will work on it as soon as possible. I'm not going to get into dividing the assets. Again, this is something here local that should be worked out, but I believe that the people are one, the faith is one, the liturgy is one, and the source of the faith is one, and people are related to each other. They are blood relatives, and they have to enjoy that peaceful existence together and that peaceful relationship.
മധ്യസ്ഥന്മാരെ കണ്ടെത്തി അവരെ 2011-ലും 2012-ലും കേരള ഹൈക്കോടതിയും അതേ വാക്കുകൾ തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞു. കേരള ഹൈക്കോടതി ഒരേ ഒരു മാർഗം കണ്ടെത്തി പറയുകയുണ്ടായി. അതായത് മധ്യസ്ഥർ എഴുതി കൊടുക്കാൻ 2 ആഴ്ചത്തെ സമയം കൊടുത്തു. യോഗ്യതയെന്ന് പറയുകയും കൂടെ ചെയ്തു. എനിക്കൊരു അഭിപ്രായം പറയാൻ നൽകാൻ ഏതെങ്കിലും പുതിയ ആർക്കുമുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതൊക്കെ വെള്ളത്തിൽ നൽകുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ ഓഫീസ് മറന്നിച്ചതും സകല കാര്യങ്ങളും ഞാൻ പ്രതിനിധാനം ചെയ്യുന്ന ഈ സഭ നിർത്തിച്ചു കൊടുക്കാൻ ആരെങ്കിലും ജഡ്ജിമാരോ ഉദ്യോഗസ്ഥന്മാരോ നിയമിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ നിയമിച്ച മറുഭാഗക്കാര് ആ പക്ഷേ കേസുകൾക്ക് എന്ന ഏതൊരു വിഭാഗക്കാർ വക്കീൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 3 ലക്ഷം രൂപയാണ് ഏറ്റവും കുറഞ്ഞത്. സീനിയറിലേക്ക് കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പാവങ്ങളുടെ പദ്ധതികളെല്ലാം അങ്ങനെ തൊഴിൽ കിട്ടും എന്ന് ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഭാഗം നിശ്ചയിക്കുന്നെങ്കിൽ അത് മാനുഷികമല്ല, ക്രിസ്തീയമല്ല, അത് വൈശാരികം മാത്രമാണ്. ക്ഷമിക്കണം, ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട പത്രപ്രതിനിധികൾ ഇതിന് വളരെയധികം അതിനേക്കാളൊക്കെ ഭാഗം കണ്ടെത്തുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ ആ വഴിക്ക് തിരിയാൻ ഒരുങ്ങുന്നു. ക്ഷമിക്കണം. ഓർത്തഡോക്സ് സഭ തടസ്സം നിൽക്കുന്നതിനോടല്ല ഉണ്ടായ ഒരു കാര്യം അതുപോലെ വെളിപ്പെടുത്തിയും
സമാധാന സമിതി കഴിഞ്ഞ 7 വർഷമായിട്ട് സമാധാനത്തിന് വേണ്ടി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നു.
ആ സഭയുടെ അഭിപ്രായം 2 ഗ്രൂപ്പുകൾ അങ്ങോട്ട് അംഗീകരിക്കാൻ തയ്യാറായ
I'd like to answer that. No, we are not aware of that. However, we don't believe other churches will be able to solve this conflict. This is an internal conflict with our church here, and we have to work on it. And we should not wait for other churches, no matter how good their intentions are. We are the people who are responsible to solve this, and we should work on it and to solve it.
ഈ വിഷയം സംബന്ധിച്ചുള്ള ആവശ്യത്തിന് ചോദ്യങ്ങളായിരുന്നു. രണ്ട് ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ കൂടെ നമ്മുടെ സമയം നിശ്ചയിച്ചിരുന്ന സമയമാണ്.
We will express our witnessing, especially for the atmosphere that prevails here in Kerala and for India's stand during this conflict in Syria. They were on the side of the people, and they were not part of. Churches being obviously we always condemn any kind of acts that should not be targeted. Ideologies do not creep inside the Indian society. They have to pay attention to the places where such ideologies are being promoted within the society, within the system, whether it's educational system, religious system, or otherwise.
How do you state this kind of practice
that is I'm not sure he said that Pope Francis. No, I'm not sure he said it's not necessary to believe in God. Did he say that? I'm not sure. No. No, I believe what the Pope Francis is doing is making religion and the church relative to today's generation, to the young generation, and I admire that. And I see him going out of many norms and traditions that sometimes do not allow us as religious leaders to do what we like to do because of certain protocols and norms. And when we get out of this and get in touch with the people, go with the people, talk to the people, we believe we are better promoting and presenting the message of Christ. And the Pope is to go back to the church, especially in the West, in America and Europe, because of the Pope's acts and teachings.
What is the sense of faith?
Faith in Europe. And there are many reasons for that. We cannot get into that now, but the values, the Western values of individualism and materialism and other isms are affecting the faithful also, and less and less people are going to churches now. I believe the church has to come out very strongly to come down to the level of the people in the West, especially to talk to the people the language they understand, and to accompany the people. The Lord Jesus did not sit in a palace and invite the people to go and listen to him. He went out, he went to the streets, he gathered, feel that we are there to serve him. Many shy away from the churches because we believe the work of the church in Iowa, I believe the church established by the Lord to bring people together, because we are a community of Christians. We are not individuals. We are a community and community of faith, and we should be together to strengthen each other's faith. Yeah.